Hey there YouTube, today I am bringing you a quick little video that I thought would be fun to make. It is going to be of my extra deck for GOAT format as well as my GOAT tokens. And I thought, hey, let's go ahead and make just a quick little video about what kind of GOAT tokens we're all using. So first things first, inside this massive box looking deck box thing. Decks, big fan of their product. We have my GOAT tokens and my extra deck. Also, Ultimate Garb. This is what I use for my top max rarity deck. Obviously, you can see I don't have a max rarity deck built at the moment. That's why I have a rare Dekoichi in there. But get these deck boxes. They're really cool. So, moving on to the video of show me your GOAT tokens. I'm going to start with my extra deck because luckily I have the unique opportunity of living in Japan. So, I get to have a few Japanese cards. Unfortunately, and this is gonna crush me a little bit to say it, I don't have, the really cool Ultimate Rare Thousand Eyes Restrict, even though I live in Japan. The Corona, I haven't seen one of those at my local game shop, and because of the coronavirus, I have not been able to go out and look more often than I wanted to. But I do have a first edition Thousand Eyes Restrict. So that's like my go-to. I love this card. I got this years ago. I remember who I traded it for. I can't remember what I traded though. I also tried to get his secret first at Yada, but he valued that a little bit too high for me at the time. I didn't have a job, so I wasn't able to buy cards the way I buy cards now. But after that, I have one Ultra Rare Unlimited Thousand Eyes Restrict. After that, I have, shoot, I forgot to count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 Secret Rare Thousand Eyes Restrict, and 2 Super Rare DL1. Is that Duelist League 1? I'm really not sure what DL1 is. These could be really old. I have no idea. And they're in Golisopod sleeves. So I do like double sleeving my extra deck and my main deck when it's really expensive. And these Golisopod sleeves really just hit the spot. Water and Bug are my two favorite types in Pokemon. But Golisopod's not my favorite. That's a different story for a different day. So remember, a lot of GOAT format. It's just sharing extra deck, letting other people play with what you have, you play with what they have. Just that way everyone has stuff to play with. So the point of GOAT format is to bring people together, am I right? So then after that, we have one Ultimate Rare Master of Oz, not first edition and very beat up. Because the extra deck for GOAT format, cards are extremely expensive, believe it or not. One DR3 Gatling Dragon, Ultimate First Ed, again, extremely expensive. One Ultra Labyrinth of Nightmare, Last Warrior from Another Planet. I'm working on getting 2 or 3 more of these, as well as 3 copies of the reprint of the King Dragoon. Extra deck is not something that I'm really worried about hollowing out and get max rarity, so I'll just go ahead and stick with those 3 copies. Then I have 3 Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. So you may ask, why am I running 3 Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon? I ask you, why not? You know, I have them, so I might as well. A first edition St. Joan. For the longest time, I don't know why, but I just didn't count this level. I thought this card was level 8, so I thought, how has nobody figured it out that you can just banish something with BLS and metamorph into a St. Joan and just start running over stuff with 2800? Like, that's insane. And then I was brought back to Earth. Actually, what I do need, and this was a deck that I've been thinking about working on a lot, so I need some of the Labyrinth Tank, the fusion I think it was, 2400 level 7 machine type, is running 3 of those in a Metamorphosis and Limiter Removal OTK deck. I vaguely remember a deck list, but that is something that will take a lot of time and effort. Anyways, I have one Ultimate Rare Dark Blade, First Ed, also pretty beat up, and a rare Japanese one. So a lot of times, I don't know, the Japanese commons I'm not a fan of, but Japanese rares and higher rarity, I do like the way they look and the way they feel. They have a, maybe the commons are like this too, but it's like a glossy layer over top of the card. I don't know if all Japanese cards are like this. I haven't seen any of the newer ones, and the commons I don't like Japanese commons. I think they're very, very poorly put together, if that makes sense. But the rares, I'm a big fan of Japanese rares. Super First Ryu Senshi, followed by the rares and a common from TP6. So that's actually pretty cool. TP6 common. Again, boom. I think this is actually going to be... He's my second favorite fusion. I think he's the second best behind Dark Balter. Obviously, Thousand Eyes is incredible, but it's the most accessible and most abusable. Whereas I think Ryu Senshi and Dark Balter, I think they're actually the best fusions in the format. Then I have one common Ojama King. Luckily, I found this a while ago. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had one. One Dark Flare Knight. And here we go. The best fusion. 5 Dark Balters. Oops. Now this is a card. If we get a Lost Art promo, that would be dope. That art on Dark Balter is absolutely insane. I will buy up every single rare Dark Balter that I find. I love that card art. Big fan. Oh, there's first head. Not that English looks bad, but there's something about the horns that really just takes away from the card without the horns. 2 supers and then 1 DB2 rare. So there's Dark Balter, my favorite fusion of the format, and what I do believe to be the best fusion of the format. And now we have Fiend Skull, Fiend Skull, Fiend Skull, Fiend Skull, Reaper, 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 Cybersaurus, Cybersaurus, Kaminari Attack, Darkfire, Darkfire, Carbonala, Dragonus, 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 Flame Ghost, Flame Ghost, another Flame Ghost. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the commons, Japanese. I don't know. Probably just a me thing. A Cherubin and a Fusionist. So, again, a lot of times you're sharing stuff with people. I don't expect every player to have a complete fusion deck, so I take it upon myself to try to get as complete a fusion deck as possible. But now we're going into my GOAT tokens. I don't know if these are worth anything. I don't care. My old card shop sold me a bunch of these, and this may be a real throwback for some of you. But for my GOAT tokens, I use 1 Olmadius, 1 Scarlet Sky Terror, 1 Astro Comet, and the best Duel Masters card of all time, Bullshock Dragon. This card, I was looking for this card forever. Actually, so I used to play a lot of Duel Masters. It was probably when I was in 5th or probably 5th grade, 4th, 5th grade when it came out. I remember I got the Fire starter deck, and I had that level 5, 9,000 attack double breaker, but when it attacked, you can't attack the next turn or something weird, I forget. This game was a blast. The card art in this stuff is insane. Actually, I think that this is the card that killed it in America. Is it? I don't know. I forget. I think I have the card, but there's some card that came out in America that was basically like you attack, you break like 3 or 4 shields or something, and they go to their graveyard instead of going to their hand. I forget. But Bullshock Dragon, I always love this card. Normally I don't fall in love with protagonist cards, and certainly not fire types. For example, fire type in Pokemon is one of my least favorite, but there's something about Bullshock Dragon that this card just spoke to me. And luckily, after years and years of searching, my card shop randomly bought a collection of them, and they were just holding on to them. I said, hey, I'll give you $5 for a bunch of these. And they said, yeah. And actually, last time I looked, this card was selling for like $60 on eBay. So that was pretty cool. And actually, I have 3 more that I don't use because I don't really like them. What was this? Garcago Dragon? Balisk Baj Time Burner. Actually, this might be the card. Is this the one? Oh yeah, because this creature can attack. If they don't block, you can just keep taking turns. I actually think this is the one. Because evolution, all you have to do is like place it on top of your Wyvern Lords or something like that, and then you can just crush them. Yeah, that's it. You just win. And then Gulk Life Dragon. Again, I don't know what any of those are, but those are those. 3. And then we have my extra GOAT tokens. I don't actually own any GOAT tokens themselves, but we have Digimon cards. Syakuman, Dragomon, Kyubimon, who is dope. Leomon, who is also very dope. Definitely fan fave. Black Wargrowlmon, Seadramon, Metal Seadramon, and probably my favorite line. Actually, without a doubt, my favorite line. Actually, no, I lied. Magnamon, the Vmon line, Magnamon is my favorite. The Vmon line is my favorite in general. But this line's very good for Season 1. Candlemon, Wizardmon, Phantomon, and Piedmon. I don't know if that is, what's the word, canon to the show. In the show, that's the line they go in. I also just, probably goes to my Audismon, but I don't really know. I also don't care because I have Piedmon, so that's pretty dope. Then we have a Skull Greymon, Wergarurumon, Hercules Kabuterimon, and Zudomon. And so those are actually going to be all my GOAT tokens. Now I'm going to say, let me see what you guys use for GOAT tokens. That would just a cool way to see what people have card-wise. Some few other cards, see what kind of stuff they're rocking in their Fusion deck. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day, guys.